Hi everyone, and thank you so much for clicking on my video and joining me today. As you can see, this is definitely a little different than what I usually post on my channel, but I do think it's a very necessary video just because, I'm someone who wants to be very honest and transparent with you guys, and I always try to keep you guys up to date with my life as much as possible because, my channel is very important to me. My experience with you guys is very important to me, so that's why I'm making this video today. A lot of you guys know that I did get COVID the other week. And just an update, obviously I'm fine. It luckily was not a very bad case of it at all. But it was a very quick recovery. The reason why I kind of went MIA for a couple of weeks is because some other things have come up in my life, which I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. And it kind of obviously took my time away from the channel. A lot of you guys probably might remember me talking about a little bit before. I have a family member who's in the hospital right now. Actually, when I brought it up to you guys in a community post, like way before, things were actually getting really good. Things were getting better. And then things kind of took another turn and they got really bad again. So basically, a summary of my 2025 so far has been, it's definitely been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a lot of crazy experiences, good and bad. And, this family member means a lot to me. Basically, I'm going to keep it as vague as possible. I want to give them their privacy and stuff, but just so you guys understand where I'm at, this family member got a liver transplant in the beginning of the year and things were going great until some complications kind of arose. So my family and I have been dealing with that a lot recently, working really hard to make life very comfortable for this person, to be there for them while these situations and these complications are being worked through. That obviously has been my main priority, which is why it's been really hard for me to actually make very consistent uploads on the channel. I did kind of start Spider-Man and we're like so close to the end of that, and I did start San Andreas. Like I literally started a whole new series. I'm not even gonna lie, times have been extremely difficult. Like I even started therapy recently, which is something that I should have been doing a long time ago, but I'm proud of myself for doing it now. It seems to be helping, so that's really good. And I'm sure some of you guys probably relate and may have gone through something similar, but when you're going through hard times in life, sometimes you start thinking about other things in your life. And for me, that has been my career and the direction that I'm going and what I'm doing. I've just been kind of thinking about everything because a lot of the times recently, I've just been kind of alone with my thoughts. And what I've realized is I've just been thinking everything that I've been going through mentally, especially when it comes to content creation, all the things that go into it, all the mental energy, everything that you deal with as a content creator. Some people probably don't even want to hear about this. Some of you guys don't even care about this, which is totally fine. But just from my experience on this channel, reflecting on my YouTube journey so far, it's definitely been more than great. And I never even thought that I would get this far. But since my mental health has been plummeting because of recent events in my personal life, I think little things just feel a little heavier than usual. I only have so much baggage that I can carry, and obviously when you have an online presence, you're putting yourself out there. It's just a lot mentally sometimes, especially when you deal with very negative situations, negative people. It's very unavoidable and it happens. But with this channel recently and in the past, I've been reflecting, there's been a lot of memorable and negative experiences for me as this channel has grown. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, okay, am I doing the right thing for myself? Am I doing the right thing for my future? Is this channel headed where I want it to be going? You do know what I mean? This video might come as a shock to a lot of you because I have enjoyed this channel so much and it means so much to me, and I will never ever regret starting this channel, making the content that I have on this channel. But at the end of the day, I feel like a huge majority of my community is so wholesome and you guys are so supportive, so understanding. But then there is some parts of it that are not so nice and not so wholesome. And you know, it kind of came to the point where I was like, all right, I'm just gonna ignore the comments completely and I'm just gonna keep making content and keep going on with my life, you know, which was kind of sad because I'm someone who likes to interact with my community, you know, like I love chatting with you guys. I used to try and talk to every single one of you and comment back to every single one of you, but then it came to the point where I was seeing way too many negative comments. Trying to do that, I literally had to stop because it was wearing me down. Reading stuff about myself, reading stuff about people that I've created content with, hearing stuff about, you know, the way I play things, the way I do things, the way I say things, the way I talk, the way I am as a person, you know. There were days where I didn't care at all. It was fine. But like I said, recently, there's just been so much going on. I feel like everything just kind of blew up in my face. And I had this realization where I was like, this is actually not okay. You know, obviously, like I said, situations like this are so unavoidable on the internet now. It made me not enjoy making content. And I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, okay? This might sting, this might not. Some of you might understand more than others. But to me, I was like, why am I creating content for people who are just going to complain a lot? Why am I waking up in the morning and I'm making the content that I am? It really sucks. It really hurt me when I realized this. And I was like, I don't think I'm where I need to be. I think I really need to make a change because I want to make sure that I am fully happy, especially when it comes to creating. When you're a creator, when you're a creative mind, of course you want to make things that are meaningful to you, that you love, not just what other people love. I really do need to take this another direction because I shouldn't be waking up and saying, why am I making the content that I'm making? That does sound a little harsh. I realize that, right? Obviously, this whole channel is narrative games, story-driven games. A lot of them are hours and hours and hours long. I have gameplays on here that have taken me months to finish. And do I love those games? Yes, absolutely, I do. But where I'm at in my life right now, especially with the things that I'm going through right now with my family, things that I need to take care of, I don't really think I have the time or the energy to keep making content like that. I found that recently, especially with the series that I have right now, for these last several months, I would sit down, try to bulk record it, and then next thing you know, I can't even revisit the game for like another week. And it made it really hard to fully immerse myself and fully get into it because I was like, oh my God, well now I don't even remember what happened. I don't remember the buttons. Like it's been a week and a half since I played this game. And the storyline starts to get a little muddy. And I don't want that for myself because then it kind of ruins the experience for me. So if it comes to the point where I'm either not mentally ready for it, don't have the mental energy for it, or I don't have the time for it, then I probably shouldn't be doing it because then it not only like affects the quality of the experience for me, but then it's going to affect the experience for you guys as viewers. And that's like the last thing I want to do because I'm very passionate about my work and very passionate about the outcome of it. And I always want to release the best of the best for you guys because that's what you deserve. I feel like this whole video has been just all over the place because I have so many thoughts, I have so many feelings, and I'm not very good about talking about my feelings, period. So I hope these points are making sense. So yeah, basically I have been messing around with some other content. Some of you guys might already know that I have a second YouTube channel. I've just been kind of experimenting with it to really see what kind of content I really enjoy making. And this is the hard part because I'm a girl in her 20s. Obviously, I'm a changing person a lot as I learn through life, as I experience new things. Like I'm going to be changing and I'm going to figure out what I like and what I don't like, especially with content creation. And I think that what I really do enjoy the most is actually just casual gaming, you know, like playing goofy indie games or even indie horror games where it's like you sit down, you play it for a few hours, and then usually you're done and you don't have to play it again. Or, you know, if it is a game where you play it again and again, it's usually because it's short rounds of different games and you get to play them, and then your experience each round is very different, you know, like just stuff like that. And also playing games with my friends, I really love doing. So with this new channel, I've been messing around with that and it has felt so natural, it has felt so nice, and I really think that I need to make that leap to just start making content like that, start making content for myself too, and for the viewers, not just for the viewers, because I found that I was like, oh, well, what are people really gonna want to watch from me? And at the end of the day, that's just not the right way to make content, because then you get burnt out and then you realize, wait, maybe I don't like making this kind of content. That's what I've been doing for the past couple, even few weeks. You know, I've just been hanging out with family as much as I can, dealing with the hardships that we're dealing with right now, with all these hospital visits, you know. And it's funny because there's people that are like, oh my God, you get so sick all the time. And I'm like, I do. And I'm like, well, it's probably because like I'm literally back and forth to the hospital all the time. So I'm just exposed to a lot of things, masked or not masked up. Like, it's just really hard to avoid. Yeah, it's been very overwhelming. It's been just a lot, you know, dealing with hospital visits, dealing with this family member that is going through so much right now, and even having to witness that is just so heartbreaking. And just on top of that, I was like, I think with everything else I'm going through right now, I really need to figure out what to do with myself so that I can feel a little bit better too, and just improve as a person throughout these hard times. And I think the first step is to really just consider and take into account what I really want to do and where I should be going from here. And I think that this new channel idea is going to be the best for me too, so that I do have more time to be with my friends, with my family, and just I feel like the idea of more casual content will feel more natural to me. It will feel less stressful, less daunting. I hope that all made sense. I tend to ramble a lot, but this is what has been on my mind. I really wanted to let you guys know that I'm not fully giving up on this channel, because there are some collaborations that I'm so excited to post and share with you guys, and there's just still a few more things that I really, really, really want to share with you guys. I think that's all that I really wanted to say. I don't even know how to end this conversation. It's so heavy, but like I said, it was one that needed to be done, because I needed to be 100% honest with you guys, 100% transparent, because, you know, you guys deserve it. And I did kind of just disappear without any proper updates, because I didn't really know what was going to happen and what was going on. It does feel very good to talk about this now. So thank you guys again for clicking on my video, for listening, for being understanding, for being so kind, for being so supportive this whole journey so far. You guys have been so patient, and I really appreciate that. And I do hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from. I am going to heavily try and shift my creative focus a different direction to see if it works better for me, because I love creating and I want to keep loving creating. So if you guys want to follow me over to the new channel, the link to the channel will be down in the description below. Do not feel obligated to check it out. That's just if you want to see what I'm cooking and see what's new. If not, then this channel is here for you. So thank you guys again, and I do hope to see you guys next time.